Hey guys, welcome back to another beautiful tutorial today. So we're going to be making this very particular skirt. It's actually a gown, but we're concentrating on the structural details of the skirt, the lower part of it, how I made it. So if that's what you want to see, then keep watching. So you need your basic skirt bodies, your darts in place, and after that I'll go ahead to mark the length of my peplum. I'm using 6 inches. You can use below that, but do not use more than 8 inches so that it doesn't get too long. So I'm marking 6 inches all the way across my paper, and I'm drawing a kind of a slanted design like so. I'm drawing a kind of a slanted design like so, this way to meet the paper across the other line, and I'm using my marker to make this very much visible so that you guys can see what I am doing. So having done that, I'll go ahead to attach a fresh pattern paper, just so I extend this very particular design for that pointed look at the edge of it. Okay, so just watch closely what I am doing. So I'm going to have to extend this by 2 inches. Okay, I can actually use 2.5 inches. You can extend. Remember, the more you extend, the more pointed you're going to be having at that very side. So I'm using 2.5 inches. I don't want something much, just very little and minimal. So the more you extend, the more you're going to be having a pointed edge. Okay, so having done that, this is what we're having. We'll go ahead to trace out the whole of this part, and after that I'll also show you what the traced out pattern is looking like. Then for that very side effect, I'm going ahead to draw in that very side effect. Now you want to use your pen and kind of give a curved shape to where you want it to stop. Okay, kind of a curved shape to where you want it to stop. And I also go ahead to trace out this very particular part, which is going to be forming that very side effect. Okay, so having done that, I've gone ahead to trace it out, and this is what they look like. I'm going to have to trace out 1 and 2 like so. This is what they look like. So I'll go ahead to join these two very structured details together. But before we join them together, as you can see, my dart is also in the number 1 part of it. Look at, can you see? So I'll go ahead to open up my dart and close it to add a little bit of fullness to that peplum, so that when we sew it, like, it doesn't just stay very close to the skirt. Okay, like so, just something like this, very easy. If you want more fullness, like if you want the regular peplum, you can slash and spread to add more fullness, but I do not want something that is so much. I just want to keep it simple and minimal, so that's what I'm using. So I went ahead to cut 2 pieces of this. Okay, you want to make sure that the actual fabric is longer than the lining. So I'm going ahead to sew like so. I'm sewing so I can turn up the edge, which is going to be outer, so it comes out nice and well finished. So I'm sewing it all the way round. I'm sewing it round like so. Sewing it all the way round. That very part which is going to be coming out, I'm sewing it all the way round like so. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment for me in the comment section, and yeah, that'll be it. So I'm going ahead to turn it up now. I'm going ahead to turn it up now. I mark my notches, and I'm making sure that every notch is in alignment with the fabric and the lining. Their notches are in alignment. Okay, so we go ahead to sew up this part. This very part that I'm sewing up now is the part that we're joining to the skirt, which is going to be an inner seam. It's not going to show. Okay, do not worry, just keep following. You see exactly all that I'm doing. So this is my front skirt. This is my front skirt. I'll go ahead to take that very structured detailed peplum, and I'm going ahead to attach it. I'm cutting up my notches so I see clearly the darts. Okay, I'm using my pin to pin it down. Also the other dart, I'm using my pin to hold it down. I want to make sure that everything is in place. Okay, make sure that everything is in place. I'm using my pin to hold it down like so. And for that very curved effect, which is starting from where your waistline starts, you want to take your measurements from where your waistline starts. Okay, that is where that very curved effect is starting. So you want to take your measurement and make sure it starts from where your waistline starts. So I'm going to have to take the measurement of my waistline, which I've done now, and I've pinned it down. Also for this very part is also going down on the measurement of your skirt, your side seam skirt. Okay, so having done that, I'll go ahead to use my sewing machine to hold this in place, just so I remove the pins after that. So I'm going ahead to sew it all the way around. Flip over, and you want to sew also all the way around at this very part. You want to watch closely what I'm doing now. So I'm sewing all the way to that very point where it starts curving. Okay, I used my pin to hold it down to put it in place to the part where it starts curving. And mind you, you're supposed to have marked your side seam measurement, that is the measurement of your skirt by now. So you want to sew not on the measurement but very close to the measurement, so when you join your back and front together, you're going to be putting this inside. Okay, and I'll be showing you also in this video. I hope you understand this clearly. If you have any question, just leave a comment for me in the comment section and I'll reply you as soon as possible. Okay, so this is it, sewing all the way down to where it stops. Okay, I'll turn it over to show you guys. This is what it looks like. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'll go ahead to take my back skirt. Going to take my back skirt and I'll be putting it on top of the front, right sides fitting right sides. Okay, I've also marked the measurement of my back skirt, so we'll go ahead to like shapen the way you shapen your basic skirt. We'll go ahead to shapen all the way down. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now, making sure that the measurements align. And I'm gonna have to shapen all the way down like the way you do your normal waist, your normal skirt, busy skirt shaping. Sorry. So I'm going to head to shape all the way down. I'm making sure that my measurements align. This is what I'm doing now. I'm going to have to make sure that my measurement of the skirt aligns. You want to watch to the end because I'm also going to be sewing up that very side that has the structured details. Okay. So I'm done stitching up this very particular side. So go ahead to stitch up the other side where that very detailed peplum effect is. Same thing, you want to sew like you're stitching up your basic skirt. So following the measurement that you marked, you go ahead to start sewing all the way down. Okay, following the measurement that you marked, you go ahead to start sewing all the way down. You want to be careful while doing this because of that structured effect. You want to be very careful while doing this, just so everything lays it flat and you don't have any rumpled part or anything that has folded against each other. Okay, you want to be very careful as you're sewing this. So as I'm sewing all the way down, I'm making sure that my measurements align. Okay, that is what I'm doing, making sure that my measurements align, and I'm sewing all the way to my hemline. So I'm done sewing this part, and I'll be turning it over to show you what it looks like. Okay, this is the zipper area, and I'm going to be opening up from there. Talam, as you can see, this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is what it looks like, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.